You've caught it, but this little guy was brought into the Niagara SPCA over the weekend, and the person who found the animal on Grand Island thought it was a puppy. It actually turned out to be a different kind of puppy, a coyote puppy. The pup is now in the hands of Wild Critters in Niagara County for treatment. And we reached out to the Niagara SPCA to hear about what you can do if you find baby wildlife around your house or out for a walk this spring. So joining us now is investigator Josh Stefanski and Officer Emily Burrow, both with Niagara SPCA. Thank you both for being here so much today.
Thanks for having us.
And we know that it's baby season. There's birds hatching and baby coyotes out there. So Josh, is this common for people to confuse baby wildlife with what they think might be a puppy or a kitten, a pet of some sort? And what can people look for to distinguish the two?
It is actually really common, especially with wildlife having babies now. But if you have questions, you can go online, look up photos, and also get a hold of a rehabilitator.
So Emily, if you can walk us through just what happened over the weekend with this coyote. It sounds like this is what happened. Someone thought it might be a puppy. They reached out for help, and how did it play out from there?
So a Good Samaritan was just walking their dog, and as they're in their neighborhood, they found on a walking trail what they thought was a little dog puppy. And to anyone that isn't too experienced, you would think it is. It's really hard to tell. But they did do the right thing. Just because the pup was really cold, it is very important with wildlife. We try to be hands-off with wildlife, and we make sure that the mother has an opportunity to get to the animal. But in this situation, the pup was wet and super cold. We don't know if it would have fended well on its own. So they brought it in thinking it was a dog, which is fine. They brought it to the SPCA where we were able to help. There we deemed that it was a coyote. So we contacted our partners over at Wild Critters. There's amazing wildlife rescues out there that are always willing to help. So they took the coyote into their care to take care of it and hopefully be released one day.
Yeah, and we know that it can be tempting, and they can be really cute. I mean, it did look just like a days old puppy. It can be tempting to want to help. So again, what would your advice be if anyone finds themselves in this situation?
So the best advice is a wild animal there's no better place for it than with its mom. So just kind of standing back a little bit and watching to see if mom comes around. We see it a lot with rabbits. Everyone brings the rabbits in thinking that the mom's left, but they only feed their babies 2 to 3 times a day. So kind of just monitoring the nest and stuff like that and making sure mom's not coming around. But the biggest thing is making sure they're warm. So if you do find a baby squirrel or anything like that, putting them in a box near the tree and put them in a towel to keep them warm, and just keep an eye out. And if people ever have questions, you can always call a rehab or the SPCA. If we don't have an answer for you, we'll get in touch with the rehab that knows them best.
And not only is it baby season, but it's also tick season.
Yes.
We were talking this morning in the newsroom about, one person said that she had to take a number of ticks off a dog this weekend. So what should people know about that?
So it's definitely flea and tick season. We've had a very warm winter, so fleas and ticks are out like crazy. So it's very important to speak with your veterinarian and making sure your animal is on flea and tick prevention year round. Even if it's an indoor cat, it does not matter. Any animal is susceptible to fleas and ticks, so speaking with your vet and getting them on prevention is very important.
And any animal that goes outside and comes back in the house, you have to watch out for that.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Josh and Emily, both with the Niagara SPCA. Thank you so much for all this advice for pet and wildlife lovers. We appreciate it. We're going to send things